Everything that's happening is God. Everything that's happening is the divine. The words coming out of this, it doesn't really matter what's yours or what's not, like on the human level. It's that everything is life's, God's, the divine's experience, their voice and your voice. Everything is that infinite power. Everything you see now, everything you feel, everything you touch is life's, is the divine's. This is what the human's forgotten, that your words don't come out of a person. Your words are coming out of the Creator. Your sight doesn't come from a person. It's not a person experiencing the sight. It comes from the Creator. Everything is life's dream. It's so beautiful. You don't have any problems. You just keep dreaming that you have problems. Where are your problems now? Where? Where are problems? Your body is uncomfortable, your feeling body is uncomfortable because you've been living a lie and you're detoxing from that lie. You've been living a lie that you are separate, so you've been having feelings, emotional feelings that follow that idea that you're separate, that it's your fault, that you're guilty, that you did something wrong, that you could have done it differently. And all these thoughts create difficult emotional reactions. And what you've got to get to, which isn't your doing because you don't exist, but what's got to happen is this flexibility of mind to let all the emotions pass through and not freaking touch them. Just let them come and go. Not try to avoid them, not try to push them away, not to try to live in your head, but just let them come and go and come and go. So now if I'm making you feel really ecstatic, it's not holding on to that, not creating a story around it, just letting that static feeling come and go. If you feel guilty, it's just letting that feeling of guilt come and go. You can work it out to an extent, but only in a limited way, like not spend the next 10 years trying to work out which parent gave you the guilt. It's like you can investigate it a bit to understand it, but don't put too much effort into that. It's more about feeling that feeling, letting the guilt be there. And then you can begin to transform it by saying the opposite. I'm not guilty. I am innocent. And as that feeling begins to transform, so as it stops being stuck in the negative, and the only reason I'm helping you get out of the negative is not because it's about trying to get away from negative feelings, it's because you got stuck in them. When you identified, you got stuck in negative emotions because you got afraid of negative emotions and tried to avoid them. And through the act of trying to avoid them, you encourage them. It's like if I say to you, don't think about an elephant, don't think about an elephant. All you can think about is an elephant. So it's like, don't feel fear, mustn't feel fear. All you can feel is fear. Don't feel guilty, mustn't feel guilty. Don't make anyone feel bad. Mustn't make anyone feel bad, and then you're encouraging it. So you can transform those emotions because your chakras have got stuck. But don't spend too much time thinking about it. It's about coming back to presence. So you allow that difficult feeling of guilt to be there, and more than likely guilt is going to be either in the heart or the solar plexus, but mostly the heart. So I'm guilty, and you can chant it, I'm guilty, and when you're ready you can say, I'm innocent, I've always been innocent. And feel that chakra open, and as it opens then you go, I am, and you go back to presence. I am, this is, and it's free. That's another thing you can do, is keep moving your attention back to presence. And if you feel that you're getting stuck, then you can book a one-to-one session with me. You can call in these live sessions, but don't allow yourself to keep staying in the same story again and again and again. Should I leave my partner for 20 years? It's a story. If I make more money for 20 years, I'll arrive if I make more money. 20 years it goes on. If I make my mother understand for 30, 40 years. Don't get stuck. It's thoughts, it's emotions stuck. The emotion's stuck and it's creating the thought again and again and again and again and again and again. This is freedom. Your presence is freedom, and it's seeing through all the illusions of the thinking mind to coming back to this. What is? Don't even let non-duality get you stuck. Don't let this get you stuck. Don't let there is no doer get you stuck. There's nothing to be done. And before that, before you got into non-duality, you were saying there was nothing to be done because you couldn't do it. Like if you're getting stuck on the thought, there's nothing to be done, it's most probably a powerless feeling that you're getting stuck on underneath that. It's always you're getting stuck on emotions and then believing the thoughts are true, and it's seeing that none of it's true. So the Buddha sat under the Bodhi tree for 40 days and 40 nights, and the illusion, Maya, so the illusion of the mind presented heaven, virgins, women, big boobies, money, palaces, beauty. And the Buddha touched none of it. Just came and went, came and went. None of that is his freedom. It's not that you can't have beauty, but he didn't take it, the beauty was there presenting itself, but he didn't take it as giving him freedom. Didn't give him anything. What you really look for your whole entire life is presence, not a thing. So he didn't associate that any of that gave him freedom, or that any of that reflected back at him. And it's the same with the hell. The hell presented itself: war, violence, obsessive thinking, hatred, revenge, jealousy. And instead of going sucked into them, he just let them present themselves. Identified with nothing. Nothing is him. There wasn't even he didn't even identify with him being this Buddha that wasn't being attached to the feelings or thoughts. They just came and went and came and went. And then after 40 days and 40 nights, poof, there was this massive disidentification with the body-mind, this dropping back into love, the Buddha nature that was always there. Yeah, ta 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 ta. You are free right now. You can drop out of all of that bullshit right now, right here. This is it. This is freedom. And even though it sounds like I'm talking to you, I'm not talking to you, because you, the illusory you, cannot listen. The illusory you can't hear. That person is being experienced. The one that says, what she says is interesting. That person is being experienced by this infinite space, by divine. That's not you. You're not limited to this person. I have to investigate my emotions. But that's not you. It's not you. You are this infinite space. And we can sort out the person to an extent, deal with the personal stuff to an extent, but then coming back to see none of it's you. You are free. You're right here. And most of your questions will come from a personal dynamic. So people always get frustrated listening to questions because they can't bear listening to people's personal dynamics. But even if you were to ask, why does consciousness hide? That's most probably a personal dynamic. It's an emotion in you arising. Like, why is it hiding from me? And there's this sad child that feels like its parents have left him or her. Why is consciousness hiding from me? And there's this identification with abandonment that's happened in that person's life. And it's seeing it's not true. You've got a feeling of abandonment, and then your mind comes up with questions based on that feeling. So you embrace the feeling of abandonment, you let it in, and then you say, I'm not abandoned, to help it balance the emotion. And then in that there is presence. There you are in the center of all things. There's nothing to run away from in time. There is nothing to get in time. Your freedom is the timeless, and the timeless is a mystery. It's an absolute mystery. and it's free. Okay, I take questions now.